Hey everyone, welcome to Trucking Sustainably. We're at ACT Expo 2025 and we're talking battery storage. The battery storage world has evolved and we're catching up with Darren Tasker, Vice President of Industrial Sales at Volvo Penta, to see what units are doing in the field, what customers are learning about the units and how they're getting that equipment charged. Let's check in. Darren, great to see you. Thanks for taking the time again to catch up with you in Volvo Penta and energy storage. Let's start there on the energy storage side. I know we talked to you last year at ACT Expo. How has energy storage evolved and how are you working with customers now here a year later?
Well, we got some units in the field.
Okay.
So that's given us some real world experience of both deploying and charging energy storage units and how they can really be used. Right. So I mean, it's 12 months on. Yep. I guess some change with some real world experience.
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about the applications those first units in the field are doing? Is that construction? Is it remote power? What application is that?
So the first units that we've deployed have been used for mobile charging stations.
Okay.
So we've worked with our sister company, Volvo CE.
Okay.
Yep. Put some units, you know, by definition, a construction site is not finished.
Right.
So the utility grid is often not in place.
Right.
So for electric construction machines to operate, we need some way of getting energy to them.
Yep.
So the mobile charging application is, you know, we've had some units in the field doing that.
Yeah, because those construction locations very remote sometimes. So as you're rolling this out too, and you're working with customers, even in those applications, what kind of questions are they asking as they put this on site and they start using it? What kind of experience are they getting and questions are asking you?
It ranges from kind of simple questions to more complex questions. But how many construction machines can it charge? What's the charge time? We can deploy the energy almost as quickly as the construction machine can consume it.
Okay.
I mean, the limitation's not on the energy storage unit, it's more on how quickly can the batteries in the construction machine consume the energy.
Nice.
So it's really, you know, a question that we have to defer to the machine manufacturer. Right. How quickly can you absorb energy?
Right.
Because we can deploy it extremely quickly. Then it's, you know, once the energy is depleted from the energy storage unit, how do you recharge it? What connections do you need? How long is it going to take?
Right.
You know, so it's kind of practical, practical questions on how to use the charging station.
Right, very cool. Well, and you have Volvo Construction Equipment here. They've got their electric machines. We're going to catch up with them as well, yeah. So that's a cool synergy. Yeah. From then putting a unit in the field, then what are some of those like real product features that customers are looking for, especially in that construction application where you need like maybe durability, reliability, service, safety? How do you talk about those product features to these customers?
Yeah, we use a safety system in the energy storage unit that it's the same system that we use on the on-highway trucks and the construction machine. Cool. So we have this high voltage interlock loop. So if there's any tampering with any of the components in the system, the whole system shuts down. Okay. So we can talk about that and yep. We can demonstrate that. I think what we have found is that the system can be a little sensitive. There's a lot of connections, there's a lot of connection points. Mm-hmm. So if one of those connection points, if the machine is moved around some and we get a connection, a loose connection or something like that, we can get some fault codes coming up. So I think we've made the whole system more rugged. Mm-hmm. I mean, firstly, you know, Volvo Penta doesn't actually make the unit. Mm-hmm. We provide the subsystem. Mm-hmm. So all of the high voltage side of this is a Volvo Penta supply.
I see.
And then we work with a partner in UIG here that builds it into a complete unit. And this is obviously the inside. Right. Because
right, yeah, it's all paneled off and everything.
There's an enclosure that goes around this when
sure.
when it's put into the field.
Right.
So we've moved with our partner, developed a 6 battery subsystem. Now these can be multiplied up as many times as you like. There's a spine running down the middle here that allows the units to be connected together.
Yeah, very cool.
So you know, we've kind of come up with a 6 battery system, which, you know, some customers just take one. Yep. And then VCE actually are looking at the second unit now. There's going to be 2 together.
Right.
So it'll be a 12 battery solution.
Oh wow, okay. Well, and going back to it, I really liked you mentioned about the commonality between the electrical system on the construction equipment, the electrical system on the trucks. It kind of starts to create this cool ecosystem where maybe I'm hauling a piece of equipment to a job site using an electric Volvo, charging it there. I mean, that's a cool ecosystem.
And these are all areas that we're working on now in the on-highway market.
Yeah.
What's the range of an electric truck? Maybe we can put a energy storage system at the end of the route,
right.
So that when the truck arrives,
right.
as they're unloading, it can be being recharged
right.
for the return.
Right.
to enable the truck to return. So
right.
There's different ways of deploying it. Where do we put the energy storage systems? Do we put them en route,
right.
Buy some real estate and put them en route?
Right.
So these are the questions that we're getting into.
Yeah, cool. And the commonality, if I'm already running the trucks, it kind of makes it approachable from a customer side. I understand the system a little more,
Absolutely.
the serviceability.
It's a Volvo system used with our trucks and used with our construction equipment. So that's where we started.
Yeah.
Certainly, we're not restricted. We're not going to restrict ourselves to just using it with Volvo equipment. It can be used with any equipment, and that's. Sure. But it's a good way for us to start.
Right. As you're rolling this out, talking with those customers, are there any best practices or maybe misconceptions that you've run into that's important for users to know?
I think the other thing that we're finding is that there are applications as we start to use these units in the field. There are applications that require energy extremely quickly. Particularly as we move into AI. So the instant energy that you can get from an energy storage unit, it's much quicker than a genset, for example.
I see.
So a generator will take a little bit of time to accept and the load
right.
That a facility needs.
Right.
And we can find that the energy storage unit can be quite a nice buffer between a generator and the facility.
Right, very good. Okay, Darren, one last question for you. A topic that comes up, and I think it's still in the early stages, battery second life. Any development on that side from your view in putting these units together? Is that in the conversation or evolved at all in the past year?
Absolutely. We have a whole program around the second life of the batteries. Certainly when they get to the end of their first life, it's not going to be the end of the battery. We've got programs in place where we can change certain contactors and test the cells and change the cells that need to be changed. So it's part of the program. We haven't got to a full operation yet, but we know the life cycle costing and it's part of the equation. But we're not 7 years down the road, right. So we haven't got into full second life programs right. yet. But it's part of the equation. Right. And when it comes to the financing side of it, of course, we factor that in.
Very good. Darren, always great talking to you. Thanks for taking the time.
Very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you all for watching Trucking Sustainably.
Thank you.